extending the runway. We were at 4,400 feet length. It is now 5,000 feet length, which unfortunately didn't help this fellow because apparent loss of control for what reason, you know, I don't know. Like I say, unless you're sitting in one of the seats, you really can't say what happened, how or why. But just to have something like this happen, I've had better days.
And just so everyone knows, I did just check my phone, just got a press release from them for dead eyes.
Okay.
Not 3, because they did initially say 3, so it's 4.
Where did the press release?
Angie Kinsley. Yeah, Angie Kinsley just confirmed it.
Is that emergency services?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm expecting FAA people from Charlotte this evening. NTSB people from Atlanta should be here this evening. In the meantime, our airport is closed. We issued what they call a NOTAM that goes through the FAA that the airport is closed until the NTSB does their investigation and clears it for operation. One of the aircraft wheels is laying on the runway. Whether that happened when he touched down or a result of the skidding and accident, I don't know.
But you don't want to disturb anything until they
Exactly.
investigate it?
I guess it would be like a crime scene. You just don't do anything or touch anything until they finish their investigation.
Was this guy, was he a new pilot?
I have no way of knowing. We have a program in our computer. Any aircraft that files a flight plan with the FAA, we can track it. So we had him on a computer coming. That's why we know he came from Venice, Florida. And the aircraft, the tail number is November 7700 Tango. And FAA website gives the name of the owner and the type of aircraft, which that's why it was a twin-engine Cessna. Because if you looked at it right now, you'd never know that.
Was he doing anything weird? I mean, what his flight pattern, was it anything that would make you say, I wonder if something's going on, or did it look normal?
Well, I had 2 people on duty, and again, you know, without being in the aircraft and having first-hand knowledge of it, but they both said that he looked like he was going at a pretty good clip.
So he came in fast?
But we have ample runway length that normal landing would be no problem at all. In fact, he didn't touch down until he was probably halfway down the runway.
Is that weird? Is that a long time to wait?
Yeah, they usually touch down a lot sooner than that. But, you know, sometimes in the mountains you get these burbles of wind at the end of the runways, and it can give you an unexpected lift or push downward. So they want to keep their airspeed up so they can compensate for that. And although I say, you know, the weather was clear, which it was, you know, if there was a wind burble down there, you know, we'll never know that.
Is this a hard, if you're not used to mountain terrain, is this a hard place to land?
For most people, it's not. It's not. And I did check my records back 2 years, and this airplane had never been in here before. So I have no record of that in my computer system. So this would have been his first time in here. And a lot of times people coming from Florida, we call it the flatlands, and they come into the mountains and it visual effect. But we have a GPS approach into the airport we've had for a couple of years now, and the jet pilots love it because you know, with their display on their cockpit screen, they, you know, it's like follow the dotted lines, and
Mhm.
It'll bring you right in, you know, if you have decent weather.
For logistics purposes, how close will we be able to get on the airport property to the crash site?
You're there.
Okay, had to ask. Okay.
They've got, between the police and fire, and they've got it roped off, you know, just like a crime scene. So we're trying to keep the traffic out there at a minimum so they can do their job. But as far as number of people on board, until that's confirmed by the medical examiner, I wouldn't even venture a guess.